secrets of what makes the best companies.
An overall rank of 18th, an industry rank of first in telecommunications and second in best company in large organizations. Please welcome Vodafone India.
They are very consistent that they would like to be a successful telecom company, but they would also equally like to be a great place to work. They have some great practices in collaboration, getting employees to give ideas, not just for making businesses better, but also how to make it a better place to work.
Welcome to the show Happy Employees, Great Careers. These are words that brand Vodafone has become synonymous with. They've been ranked consistently at the top of our Great Places to Work survey. We're here at their Mumbai headquarters to find out what makes the employee experience so special here at Vodafone. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Vodafone.
Thank you. Congratulations on making it to the best places to work list yet again.
Thank you so much. Yes, we're very excited about that.
Your motto is Happy Employees, Great Careers, which sounds very simple, but I'm sure there's a lot of thought behind it.
Yes, it's based on the fact that we strongly believe, I personally strongly believe that in our industry and our companies, success is really based on two things, which is a very good branding proposition, but also for the rest it's all about people. Our business is really being made by the quality of the people we have, so we invest a lot in people and we make sure that we have the right talent in the company and then work with them to make sure that they're happy, because then they will deliver the best performance.
What is your overall approach towards employee happiness, towards career paths, sort of holistic approach that you're taking?
Yeah, the holistic approach comes very much from a holistic HR approach. Because you cannot do one thing or focus on one thing. You need to get a lot of things right. You need to get, first of all, the quality of your management right. Because we learn, of course, that people get happy in their jobs because of their colleagues and their bosses. It's not so much only the content of the job, but it's very much if you go to work, are you being treated with respect? Is the workforce transparent in how the lines of command are, how your reward, your remuneration is. All these things together, you need to get right.
So I've been associated with Vodafone for about 3 years now, and I'm responsible for handling pan-India operations for multiple applications like our wholesale carrier business. The way the stress is being given within Vodafone on building your career rather than just giving you a set of goals that you have to work on. So the focus today is on what your long-term ambitions are, how you fit into the overall vision for the company, and how your personal ambitions can be kept in light and still you'll be meeting the goals that the company has set for you.
We're going to meet the Director of HR here at Vodafone to find out why Zuzu and all his colleagues here are so happy.
Yep.
Good
Hi, Devna.
afternoon. Pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Ramachandran. And congratulations on making it to the list of best places to work yet again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to Vodafone,
Thank
and
you.
pleasure having you here with us. Yes, it's been a journey. It's been a fascinating journey for us, and would love to show you around the place. Let's go.
Let's go. And now we'll just talk about the pillars really that your HR policy tends to stand on.
Yeah. So, I think the core of employee retention and the core of HR strategy, if I may call it, is employee experience. Just as we talk about customer experience at the core of the company, to me, the employee experience is at the core of ability to attract as well as retain people. So great companies are built by great employees who are here to build great careers. Now you might say what comes first or what comes second, but to me that's less important than the fact that we help people build great careers. The moment I do that, I think it makes a huge difference to people, shows in our results.
So one of the key highlights of your HR policy seems to be career development at all levels, from the entry level to the senior level, namely your leadership program, your management trainee program. Could you talk to us about that?
Yeah. So Devna, as I said, this is at the very core of the company and what we stand for. I believe that everybody comes in to make a big difference, and therefore careers at a core makes the core of our HR approach. From a career point of view, we have performance and potential as two key criteria. List of programs which make sure that our senior management and middle management have programs that they can go to build their potential and capabilities. Number one. Number two, and these are cherished programs, people look forward to being nominated to these. And to me, being transparent and fair about the criteria of making sure the right people get these programs makes all the difference.
Yes.
These are the three preferences that will be probably done by the faculty. You are going to have this problem. So therefore, you will have to have overall perception for Vodafone.
This session is actually quite incredible because it's got a perfect mix of both theoretical knowledge as well as simulation-based training.
We have a professor who has come from, he teaches across the world and he's been teaching at IIM Ahmedabad and ISB. Every day something new is happening in the market. The industry is kind of changing at a very fast pace. So these sessions help us in terms of bringing us back to reality in terms of what is happening in the market.
This particular program is helping us to make our consumer interaction, our consumer focus better.
We'll take a quick break, but there's plenty more, so come right back. Welcome back. In case you've just tuned in, we're here at Vodafone to find out why it's a great place to work. Let's go back to the conversation I had with Mr. Ramachandran earlier today.
I think people get immersed very well in this company. I think the dynamism, the daily nature of business.
And your management trainees at the beginner level are also tossed around the globe, so to speak, to get a flavor of Vodafone International.
That's right. So I think across employees, we love people to move around the large geography that we operate. Management trainees for the first 1 year are rotated to 2 locations for 4 different types of exposures, irrespective of the function you belong to. So you could be in HR, finance, sales, marketing, and you'll get a bouquet of exposure, leading you to then make a career choice about where you're going to be, what you want to do. And then build your own ability to deliver. The chosen few out of that management training program goes international into the Vodafone world through a program called Columbus, which is obviously
Christopher Columbus.
it's a discovery program, and it's the pinnacle of the program. But to me, the program means much more than just a few people going. It's about many people aspiring for it, and the company kind of moving forward with that effort.
I, for one, have been here in Italy this last year and a half on a career development program called Columbus. And that is one of the many positives about professional and personal growth at Vodafone that makes it stand out as a place to work in.
Discover is our flagship management training program. And as a company, we visit India's top 20-25 management, legal, and technology institutes to hire the best of 100-120 bright young talent. And this talent is the future talent pipeline for our senior leadership roles. Why is it called Discover? It's called Discover because through this program, students really discover a corporate life and discover a company and a culture called Vodafone.
Initially, when I joined Vodafone, frankly speaking, I didn't know too much about what the program was going to be like.
We had a 10-day induction program where we were showed that, okay, this is Vodafone, that is Vodafone, this is how it is going to be. And we thought all we really cared about is, okay, where are they going to put us, at the end of 10 days?
It's been a wonderful journey. It's been close to 4 years now.
It gives you exposure in various markets, and keeping in mind that telecom as a sector is evolving every day.
The kind of exposure we've got to the top management, their inputs have gotten so much value to what we deliver.
They make sure that they take a personalized interest in every one of the Discover candidates.
So you get to learn every single day of your life.
For all the youngsters out there who are, looking to make a career in the telecom industry, I feel the Vodafone Discover program is a really good place to start.
Discover is at the peak, at the pinnacle of the effort.
So, to sum up, you really provide choice, mobility, opportunity, as well as rewards, performance and otherwise, for good performance.
In fact, you make an interesting point. We look forward to people to take on different assignments, both in terms of not just location. We'd love to move careers across locations, also cross-functional. We'd like people to look at various assignments even within a vertical, across specializations. And it gives you fantastic opportunities to learn and contribute. We love that.
So it was a pilot project basically. At our channel partner, our channel vendor, we had these three visually impaired people who joined Vodafone, who joined us, who asked us to give us a chance, for them to do calling for Vodafone. So we tried out with 3 guys, and it turned out to be pretty successful. They were more productive than the other people. So then we thought that if 3 can do a good job, I'm sure with having a big team will make it more successful. So we had a tie-up with the National Association for the Blind, where we hired 20 visually impaired people, and then we launched it as a pilot project wherein they were given calling sheets on Braille, and they were doing telecalling and selling Vodafone postpaid SIMs.
When we started it, we really didn't think that it will go this big. It was only our bosses that time who visualized that this can be a very good success project and can be replicated across all the circles. So it was he who really made it into a good project, guided us how we should take it forward. He also requested the other circles to replicate the project across circles, and that's how the project, which started from 20 people, is now a team of 250 visually impaired guys sitting across the country and selling Vodafone for us.
The DSA model has been very successful is basically for 2 things. One is as a Vodafone company, we strongly believe that diversity will play a vital role, and the second thing is that our strong leadership team will guide you in all possible manner. That is, we strongly believe it is speed, simplicity and trust. Speed in the sense we recruit DSA, direct sales agent, as fast as possible, and simplicity is that the process which we follow in recruiting and the agreement what we got signed from the direct sales agent, that is simplicity. And trust is that the Vodafone brand actually what we are showing to the people.
So diversity seems to be a priority at Vodafone, specifically gender diversity?
The effort on diversity and inclusivity, the D&I journey, is at the heart of how we are building the workforce. At the core of it is a value. We spoke about values earlier. Value is really respect for an individual and respect for diversity. The fact that each of us are different by gender, by capability, region, language, preferences, needs to be respected. And I think at the core of our HR approach, that's very important to sustain. And I'm very proud of the fact that our leaders across the company sustain this initiative in the form of how they work, rather than a target or something driven by HR or something like that. So I think that gives me a lot of pride. On gender diversity specifically, cut to about 16 months back, we were about 13%. Today, as we speak, we have nearly 20% women in our workforce, and many of them doing a cracking job.
We've been driving diversity during our hiring, and in the last couple of years, we have actually managed to hire women not only in the traditional women-dominant areas like, let's say, marketing or CS, customer service, or like HR, but also the traditionally male-dominated or male domains. For example, frontline sales or frontline engineers.
6 years back, they started this concept with Vasant Vihar. Vasant Vihar was the first Angel store across Pan-India for Vodafone. And after the success story of Vasant Vihar, so from a level of 90 sales, it went up to 700 sales, and the female empowerment that was given, the housekeeping staff, executives, the guard, everybody was, you could say, female. So with Vasant Vihar being successful, so it was replicated all over the country. Now we almost in our every circle we have got this Angel Store concept where the one store is completely run by female staff.
It's not only saying that okay, getting females in. It's not that only focusing on hiring people or promoting people just because they're females. diversity is also, it's talking about different kind of people from different background, disabled people. So we, in Vodafone Delhi itself, if you talk about, we have people who are disabled, but they are still working. So it's basically, making a hard complete. So, you have male, you have females, you have disabled people, you have people from different castes and creeds. So it's basically, standing together, and that's how the environment changes. And actually, it's a different kind of an energy, which you would not see. You can't materialize, you can't say that, quantify it or something, but it's a different vigor and it's a different kind of a change, equilibrium which is maintained.
So you have a health and safety drive, which I truly find unique and haven't heard of in many companies or industries for that matter.
It's an effort which started as an initiative, but it's today part of culture. It's equal to values for me, that people take care of themselves. Right. We started with the premise that we hold out a promise to families of employees that your family member who comes to work for a brand called Vodafone will go back safe at the end of a working day, wherever you work in the company. It also applies to people who touch the brand even if you are not on the rolls of the company. For example, road safety, it means in the company, if you're on a two-wheeler, you will wear a helmet full-faced for sure. You will not drink and drive. You will wear seat belts, whether you're in front of the car or at back of the car. We celebrate it, we recognize people for it. At the Vodafone Group level, we won what is called the Global Heroes Award for this purpose. Employees live it. And to me, it's really a promise back to families that we want to uphold on safety.
Please don't cross speed limits. Always wear a seatbelt when you're driving a car. Always wear a helmet by riding a bike. Never use your mobile phone while driving. All electrical problems should be fixed only by qualified workers. Always wear PPE while working at height.
At this point of time, I'm very proud to say that all our employees are kind of our safety ambassadors, which has more than 12,000 numbers. In some of the remote parts of the country, people say when they see a guy who's wearing a helmet, they say he's got to be either an army man or he's got to be a Vodafone employee. And that speaks for itself.
Whenever somebody enters the Peninsula or Indiabulls, my security greets them and they explain to them what are the 7 absolute safety rules.
Do not drink and drive, do not take the calls and messages.
Then they talk of the exits and what they should do in case of emergency.
It's the security supervisor number 5994 of this test. You'll get a first aid from this test.
We've seen how Vodafone has created a dedicated ecosystem to foster growth and diversity at all levels of the organization. But there's a lot more done here to engage employees. We'll find out more after a short break. Welcome back. Here at Vodafone, you're not just an employee sitting at a desk all day long. 9 to 5 takes on a very different meaning here. Mr. Ramachandran, you have 12,500 employees, and yet employee engagement, hiring policy, rewards, all that seems to be pretty robust.
Employee engagement is at the core of what we do, and I think as a group of 12,500 employees, while we go around our work, I'd like to believe we should also have a good time. And right through, whether it be e-learning, whether it be training programs, outbounds, whether we talk about in-office fun,